I just love you, I just love you. She hates me right now. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to apologize. I did not post a video last week. Obviously, if you're subscribed, you know. If you follow me on Instagram, I did say it was because I was helping my mom move. She just moved to Saskatoon, the city that I live in, and I just took the week off of work and helped her move into her beautiful new house. Hung out with her a lot because I hadn't seen her in obviously a long time because of COVID. Thank you for letting me take the time that I needed to just like hang out with them, help them move. I appreciate it. So now we are back to regular scheduled programming. Coming back at you on Tuesday. Plus, this week, bitch, I'm gonna start my skincare Saturdays. I'm so excited to finally like be able to nerd out for like an entire video and talk to you guys just about skincare. Again, that will be a different day than these kind of like mental health vloggy type videos, but I'm super excited about it. It's going to be on Saturdays. Be excited and be ready because it's gonna happen. So what we're going to do today is we are going to react to some more ADHD TikToks. My last ADHD TikTok was a little while ago, but I loved that video because in the comments I got lots of people just talking about their experiences with ADHD, becoming diagnosed later in life. I was just able to like start this really good dialogue, have like conversations with you guys about your mental health, and that's kind of what I really wanted out of all of this. So I want to react to some more TikToks, kind of give you guys an update about where I'm at with my treatment and how it's going for me, and then hopefully we can open up that dialogue because I'm really excited. That was the best part about that video for me. This was actually like old coffee from yesterday, so I just threw ice in it and now I'm gonna drink it. Also, yes, I'm on a stimulant, so I probably shouldn't be having coffee, but you know, like, I'm living my best life over here, okay? I'm trying. Let's open up the first one. Okay, first thing I want to say, great art. Holy shit. And super real. I can relate to the ADHD one, obviously, and the depression one. Yeah, that's literally what it feels like in my brain. Kind of like how you have a million tabs open on a computer. That's what ADHD feels like all the time. For me, anyway, I have tried, I don't even know how many times. I've taken mindfulness classes with different social workers and therapists. I've tried meditation. I've bought the Calm app to try and like settle my mind sometimes. Nothing worked. I was not able to do any of it. It was actually super frustrating. Like, why can't I just listen to my breathing? But then all of a sudden a Backstreet Boys song would pop up in my head. Tell me why. Or I would think about something embarrassing I did in grade 7. I just have such a hard time, even on medication. I have such a hard time. But that depression, that hole sinking, like, I don't know if you guys watched my last video that I posted talking about the big sad or depression, but that like black hole feeling where you're just like sitting at the bottom of the and looking up and it's just darkness and tunnel, that's like what depression feels like. She did such a great job. That art was so good. I really like that TikTok. Let's move on to the second one. And again, that one also super real. Depression looks different for every person, especially depends on like how you're functioning with it. Like, I would say that I've been pretty high functioning depression except for little chunks in my past, but that's what it looks like. Super high bouts of energy followed by super low bouts of energy, not being able to sleep at all, sleeping way too much, not eating because like you don't care to, but then binging because you're starving. Like, that's what depression looks like for me. What does depression look like for you guys? What do you guys struggle with when it comes to that? Like, I want to know. Oh my god. Like, who hasn't taken medication to try to get tired? I used to take Benadryl for that. When I was tired. I was not allergic. I don't recommend that. Don't do it. Who hasn't, you know, taken maybe a muscle relaxant to fall asleep? But again, not recommended. From me, a medical professional. Don't do that. It's bad. But like, in the comments, tell me if you have.
All right, let's clarify something. ADHD is not, I'm going to write this email. Oh, look, a squirrel. It's more like, I'm going to sit down to write this email. Wait, I should probably brush my teeth before I do this. But now that I'm in the bathroom, I'm realizing that I forgot to take my medication. So now I'm going to take my medication. So I get my little pill cutter out, but then I realize I don't have anything to take my medication with. So I have to go downstairs and get a cup. As I'm getting a cup, I realize that I haven't made any coffee yet. So now I need to make coffee. And then I look over at the dishes and I see that they're dirty, which somehow reminds me that I need to do a load of laundry. So I go downstairs and do a load of laundry, come back upstairs, completely forget what I'm doing. But don't worry, coffee has a smell. So I remember that I was making coffee. Finish making my coffee, realize we don't have creamer. Oh crap, I should make a note that we need to go get creamer at the grocery store. No, wait, focus, gotta go upstairs. Take my pill with my coffee, but leave my coffee in the bathroom. Still haven't brushed my teeth. Get back to the office, sit down to write that email. What the heck was that email about? I don't know. Oh, by the way, I'm still not wearing pants. And instead of doing anything, I'm gonna make a TikTok.
Wow, that gave me anxiety listening to that, because that is all day, every day. I couldn't get things done because I'd have to do everything, or it'd be like in my bedroom and I'd need like the cleaner, spray cleaner, whatever, so I'd walk to the kitchen to get the spray cleaner, realize I still have dishes in the sink, but I want to cook later, so I put water and soap in the sink so I can do some dishes, but then I'm like, frick, I gotta cook, so I'm gonna like cut up vegetables, and then I'm gonna make some chicken, and then I'm realizing, oh my god, the water's now cold, and oh my god, why did I come in here for? I feel like I'm forgetting to pick up something. Oh, I didn't open my mail, so I'm gonna grab my... So real. So real. It hurts me. However, I have been on medication since November, and it is now February. The medication has changed my life. It is a night and day difference. I didn't know that I was as bad as I do now. If I don't take my meds, or like I've run out, the difference is so hard to articulate. Let me give you this for instance. So again, I work in the medical field, whatever. I didn't take my medication because I had run out of it, and my doctor kind of wrote the prescription wrong, so I was unable to pick it up. So I was at work and I had to do a medical for someone, kind of like a health assessment, just to check kind of just the basics, vitals, height, weight, hearing, eyesight, that sort of deal. So I have their folder, they have to get their shoes back on, and I'm just like cleaning up the room while they're getting dressed. So I put the file down, and the guy looks at me, he's like, hey, like I need to book a doctor's appointment. Oh sure. I throw out the cloth and I go follow him out. I book him an appointment and he leaves. I just was in the middle of, I think, doing a Skillshare course, so I just go back to doing the course. The next day, the doctor is in, and they have to do kind of the part 2 medical, where the person comes back and like sees the doctor for an hour. The doctor comes out and he's like, hey, like I have this guy coming in like 20 minutes. Where's all his paperwork? Why was there no note written on his file? The day before, because he asked me that one question that sidetracked me, I left the folder in the exam room. I didn't write it down in like the electronic copies. I didn't put the... I did nothing. He distracted me for 4 seconds. I forgot he existed. I forgot I was doing anything else. And I just continued on with my day like he did not even come. I did not know that I was that bad off medication. Anyway, enough about me. Let's continue on.
Tell me you have ADHD without saying I have ADHD. Here's me looking for my contour a second ago.
I'm going insane. I know my contour has to be here. No. I literally have no. I've done this like 6 times. No. Bro!
It's right there.
No.
It's right there, Nicole.
Oh my god!
Okay, tell me. Tell me if you have ever done that, because I do that literally all the time. But a way that I cope with that is that everything has a place. Especially like if I use it often, it needs to be out so I can see it, so that I can use it. Otherwise, I lose it. Not just object permanence, but like my keys go on the first rack under my jacket. They go there. The usual places, if they're not hanging there, are on the end of my counter. Well, really, that's just it. But if they're not in those 2 places, they're lost. They are lost to me. I will panic. I will literally go systematically through my house, touching things, even though like that there's a piece of paper that's flat. I have to turn it over to make sure that my keys aren't, like I have to physically touch it to make sure that I've checked there. Please tell me you do this.
Nope.
Please tell me this is not just my life. This is not just her. Please tell me this is like kind of universal. Make us feel better. Anyway. Let's continue.
I got diagnosed with ADHD at 17, so here's a list of things that I never realized were ADHD related until very recently. I ask extremely specific questions in order for things to make sense for me. Like, in order for me to understand the broad idea of something, I need to ask that very specific, minuscule, insignificant question in order for it to make sense. If there's music in the background, don't expect me to hold, like, a functional conversation. It's like, if we're in the car together and you want to have a conversation, the music is off. I don't make the rules, sorry. I can't retain verbal information. Like, if someone's giving me directions to somewhere and they only tell me, it's gonna go in one ear and not the other. You might as well just, like, save your breath. I don't know what's going on. I need to write it down. When people are talking, I sometimes forget to pay attention because I'm so focused on making sure I'm, like, hearing them and listening to what they're saying that I'm only listening to the words themselves and not putting them together in, like, a complete, like, coherent sentence. So, like, after they talk, sometimes I had to either have them repeat themselves or, like, think about it for, like, a couple seconds and, like, put it together in my head. And
so unbelievably real. The extremely specific questions. I don't do that so much anymore. I remember in school, sometimes I would just have to ask the question in kind of a different way of saying, literally, I just say what they just said in a different way. Even though I understood what they were saying, I just needed to make sure that I did in the way that I liked it. And about the music in the background, I don't mind. I actually like music in the background. I like having extra noise so that I can focus on one thing. But TV, if there's a TV on and someone's trying to have a conversation with me, I cannot focus on that conversation. I just cannot do it. You're talking at me. We're not conversing. I'm not here. The verbal information, I never really had a problem with that. Sometimes I would have to hold someone's arm, like make a contact with them so that I could hear what they're saying. And what I've just done, which I think is just kind of like active listening really, is like I would just repeat it back. But then the talking and not like paying attention, that is also super normal. Sometimes I'm like looking at you, I'm seeing what you're saying, but I am not putting it all together. I'm not actively listening. I don't know what you're saying. Like sometimes I'll say what, and in that time I will have put the words together, and as you're re-explaining it, I'm gonna be
oh yeah, okay.
I just need it, like I'm just delayed. We're gonna move on.
Do I remember? No.
Real. Sometimes if I'm like on my phone texting or whatever, and as I'm walking around, all of a sudden I'll look up for my text, I'm in my bathroom, I'm like, why did I come in here? And then I'll just leave, go sit on my couch, be like, oh my god, yeah, I have to go to the bathroom, that's why I went in there. But I feel like lots of people do that. I don't know. Maybe ADHD just does that more often, but I feel like that's a kind of normal thing. Or maybe it's just normal to me because I have the ADHD. I don't know. Do people really not hear the song?
Can you not hear the song?
Like after the first line, I hear the song. And like, yeah, there's other noises, but the song is there. It's a bop. Can you not hear it? All you normies out there, tell me if you can hear that. But let me know in the comments.
Okay, so my boyfriend and I live together. I have depression. He has ADHD and we both work full time. We have a goblin and a gremlin living with us. So our house gets messy pretty easily. Neither one of us has the energy to clean. So this is what I'm doing. Come home from work, we both have to do one thing before we sit down. First, we take this, re-roll the dice. As you see, I have the dice back on the board. Look down, I have to sweep and trash bag the bathroom. It's just one thing. I write down said thing, and the other person has to do a different thing. If it's your day off, you have to do two things. I will let you know how this works.
I really like that. And actually, me and my therapist have like been talking a lot about like different coping strategies on how to like just be better at like adulting and like living life, making sure that the mundane, boring tasks get done because I have no motivation to do those things. I'll show you. So this is what I've been doing, making to-do lists. So I have two different lists. This is for today and this is for the week. Anything in red is just something that needs to happen as soon as I can get it done. So today I had to go for a morning run, I did lunch yoga, and I just made my YouTube thumbnail, so I'm going to put a check mark in that. I also already called the car dealership, but I have these 3 things to finish this week. So I like to do this because not only is it like right in my face, like it's right by my front door, but it also lets me make these big check marks, which is showing me that I'm actually completing projects, which helps me with that need to like do stuff. So this is just what I've been doing over the last couple weeks. It is working so far. Some days are better than others. Like some days I just can't get it done. But other days I end up getting a lot further down my list than I thought I would. As long as I usually try to get the first 3 things done, the other ones are just like icing on the cake. You know? And those things have been helping. I've only been really trying them for a little over 2 weeks now. Some days are better than others, but those things have been working for me. But for my ADHD, like in general, it has been doing a lot better. The medication, again, I've said it already, has really changed my life. It's also really impacted my depression. It doesn't feel all consuming anymore because I feel more in control. The ADHD meds makes me feel like I'm not at the whim of my anxiety or my racing thoughts or my emotions, really. Like the emotions, man, like that they're under control, and that's like the first time in my adult life that I felt like I am in control of how I feel about things. And like where that is concerned, I am having motivation like I haven't had in months. The biggest thing is like motivation to go to the gym. I love being active, but in the last, especially in like the last 8 months, I have had 0 motivation, not even to go for a walk. But recently I have been having that motivation. I don't know where it came from. I'm just gonna run with it, literally. I told myself that I am not going to set any long-term goals because I physically can't see that far in the future. That's way too long to wait. It's like unattainable to think that far ahead for me right now. Anyway, so what I've been doing is I've been setting like 2-week goals, sometimes even just day goals. Like you've seen already. I feel like I'm saying that I'm making all these changes and I feel really good, but there's still things like that are not doing good. Like I still don't care about myself. I don't care about my hair, obviously. I have no time for it. I don't want to do it. Don't care about my clothes. I don't care about what I'm wearing. Even doing my makeup, it just seems like so much effort to put in. Really, the only thing I ever have time for when it comes to myself is like skincare. Like even eating, I don't want to cook. Eating to me feels like something I have to do and that I don't want to. So there's still things that I'm working on, but it feels better. But guys, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on me that I feel like I'm doing better. Not in everything, but in some things I am doing better and it feels really good. I am curious about how you guys are doing. Maybe some of the people that commented on my last ADHD TikTok videos. Will you give me an update? How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? Just in general, how are you guys doing? How's your 2021? It started off real rocky, but hopefully it gets better for everyone. Be excited for some skincare videos. If you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe, be a part of the family. Follow me on all my socials at Miranda Honey. They're all in the description box below. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday and Saturday if you're into skincare. Bye! This is the face of love. To Saskatoon, the titty... Hank is scratching on cardboard. Chunk.